Okay, we are recording. Our topic for today, class, is about the counterfeiting under the subject of the question document examination. So counterfeiting is among our concern when it comes to the question document examination. So as per definition, if a person imitate the money, the passport, the stamp, or label in order to do the fraud, the bank, company, and other government agency is called counterfeiting. Money is a surety that is under the operation of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or the Central Bank of the Philippines. So, ito yung ginagamit natin ng pinaka-transaction sa Philippines. So, counterfeiting as per the criminal law also, kahit makomit pa ito outside the country, pero counterfeit of our money is also applicable lang criminal law natin, no? Passport also ay di basta-basta dahil it is printed by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Kaya look at the paper, almost kamukha nung sa pera natin, no? Kasi nga, isa sa primary ID natin and also syempre access natin yan in going in and out of our country. And stamp labels also ay, lalo na kapag yan ay nasa government natin, no? Kaya the moment na yan ay inimitate, and the purpose of the imitation is to defraud such mga companies, bank, syempre pagka yan ay money or also yung check, no? Pagka bank, company, at yung mga agencies ng government ang target nila to defraud, no? That constitute what we call counterfeiting. Also, we can commonly see the commission of counterfeiting sa mga money, mga currency, at mga coins natin, no? In primary yan, syempre, there are a lot of spectrum to commit the counterfeiting, but the most common is about money. We have the paper bills and also the coins, no? There are times na kanilang ini-imitate yan just for the purpose of defrauding our nation, our agencies, and mga companies, no? And di lamang naka-contain o naka-confine sa money ang counterfeiting, but it is also committed against the production of the copies ng mga valuable digital media. Diba, nung time na sikat pa yung mga CDs, nakita natin yung mga film ay talaga naman rampant sa mga bangketa. They are imitating the movies, the DVDs, and commonly din na nakikita natin sa mga bangketa at sa mga mall, no? Yung mga designers clothing, mga designers jewelry, and some accessories as well, no? Kaya pati yung mga branded na mga wallet, branded na mga bags, and some designers materials, no? The moment they have imitated them, it's considered already also counterfeiting, no? So medyo malawak ang sphere ng counterfeiting, no? And of course, yung pinakasikat dito is our coins and our paper bills. How does counterfeiting happen, no? This is the question that we must be asking because we are in the field of criminology. One thing that we need to understand is the law of supply and demand, no? Siyempre, class, kapag merong bibili nito, merong may encourage sa gagawa nito. If there are no people na tumatangkilik sa mga counterfeit materials, wala nang gagawa nito because it will be breaking the cycle, no? But as long as there are demand, people who have evil intent will be encouraged to keep on producing counterfeit materials. On both sides, counterfeiting thrives for the same reason. Fake product looks like real products, no? Yan ang kanilang pinaka basis, pinaka reason why they thrive, yung business na ito, no? Yung fake materials na nagagawa nila ay mukhang totoo. Kaya nga, merong nagpo-produce, merong tumatangkilik, no? So, nagiging cycle kasi yung what we call supply and demand, no? Of course, under the revised penal code, counterfeiting is considered as crime against public interest, no? Now, this is an imitation of the legal and genuine notes, the counterfeiting of the notes, no? Kanina concerned is yung coin lamang, pero syempre, as per definition, malawak masyado. But most commonly, it is happening sa notes and sa mga coins natin. As per note, look at this, a likeness or resemblance intended to deceive or to be taken for that which is original, legal, and genuine. So when they imitate or when they counterfeit the note, ang kanilang ginagawa dito is to produce the likeness of the genuine, no? Merong resemblance, no? Na ang intention nila is to deceive, madaya nila yung pinaka pagbebentahan o pagbibigyan nila ng mga bills na ito. Now, pag tinignan mo, no, dapat bilang mga criminology students and future registered criminologists, we will be knowing the features of the genuine money or paper bill. Kaya nga is itong purpose natin why we study counterfeit, no? Not just to reveal the false, but most importantly, to master yung mga genuine, yung mga tama, totoo, no? Because yan ang pinaka-concern natin. Tignan niyo yung mga fake tsaka real, no? There is a resemblance, no? At sa original, sa legal at genuine. Yan ang pinaka-goal nila. Mas malapit, mas magkamukha, mas maganda. As per coins, imitation or forging of the design of the genuine and legal and authorized coins regardless of its intrinsic value. So, if you will see, yung counterfeit versus the genuine, no? On the left side of the example, this is an example of the counterfeit coin. And we have the genuine. Counterfeit, then genuine. Again, also here, and next is, we will be looking into the 10 special features of the genuine notes natin, especially in the Philippines class, no? Ang isang genuine na pera natin, para at least meron tayong idea ano yung mga bagay na hinahanap natin or yung mga basis natin to tell that it is indeed a genuine or it is a fake paper bill. No, number one is the paper. Ang concern natin, papel. Yan. Example, the paper. Ang genuine paper class is coarse rough. Medyo magaspang. No? Yan, no? Medyo magaspang siya. Yung counterfeit kasi class, may very smooth. Kaya parang yung mga paper na ordinary lamang. No? Yung sa ating bond paper, di ba? Very smooth ang surface nila. At slimy sila, no? The print armor stands on the coating lamang of the sensitized glossy paper. So, talang itong pera natin, ang genuine class, made of linen and cotton, no? Kaya medyo kakaiba talaga yung mga pera natin, no? Made of linen and cotton. Next, the portrait. The portrait is yung tao o yung pinaka mukha ng ating pera, no? The portrait appears like lifelike. Yan ang pinaka basihan mo. Mukhang buhay, no? Parang buhay yung talagang itsura niya. Very crisp, very, no? Yung identifying marks, makikita mo talaga. Yan, no? The tiny dots forming the details of the face, yung detail ng hair, etc. These are clear, sharp, and well-defined dapat, no? Samantala, the portrait stands out distinctly from the background. Yan, no? Makikita mo yung well-defined feature ng portrait natin. Samantala, in the counterfeit notes, the portrait appears dead, dull, smudgy, and poorly printed. No? Tignan nyo ito, kaibahan itong fake sa right side natin. No? Ito, talagang lifelike ito, no? Well-defined yung mga features niya. Yung fake glass niya, no? Smudgy, dead, dull, no? Poorly printed. So you can identify them. Number 3 that we need to check palagi is the watermark. Ito yung common na tinataas natin para makita natin under the sun yung pinaka trace o watermark natin sa paper. Like what is shown in your screen dito. Is the same as the colored portrait. Pag yung watermark natin, class, ay iba yung itsura doon sa pinaka-portrait mo, then red flag ka agad dyan. Dapat kamukha ng colored portrait mo, yung definition niya, yung kanyang pagiging clear na pagka chinek mo yung watermark mo. Sharp details of the outline of the light and shadow effect are discernible when viewing with the aid of transmitted light. Yan. Pwedeng gawin ka ng light source or itaas mo lang kapag maaraw naman, no? Makikita mo. Sa counterfeit notes kasi, class, mga imitations, the portrait is done on a finished paper na already. Kaya nga medyo poorly printed talaga. Tingnan nyo, itong mga nasa, ano natin, example, oh, very poor. Yan. Na. Wax or other oily medium is stamped to give transparency to portions where the design appears. No? Number 4 is the security thread. Yan. Special thread is placed vertically on the paper during the manufacture. It is flat and grayish in color. Ito yung klaso. Ito mga threads ito. Yan. Ito yung fake ko. Parang printed lang. Unlike ang genuine, nakatahi pa yan, class, no? Sa loob mismo ng paper natin, no? In counterfeit notes, it is fake by means of printing a vertical line on the back of the note on the inner side of the paper or by insertion of twine thread. Unlike sa atin, class, ay manufacture talaga yan, no? Yung thread na yan kasama na sa paggawa ng paper. Next, class, is a security fiber. Pag chinek mo yung papel mo, yung pera mo, meron yan parang mga threads, no? Kung saan-saan. Like what is shown, these pictures under the UV light. Pagka sensitive yan sa UV light, magre-reflect yung mga thread na yan, no? The red and blue fibers scattered at random on both surface and can be pricked out by a needle or a pointer instrument, no? Pwede mo tanggalin yung mga threads na yan. Kasi talagang naka well-defined yung mga yan. While pagka-counterfeit naman ng notes, class, this is simulated by printed lines and cannot be pricked off and can be erased by a rubber eraser or by agitating with wet fingers, no? Yan ang pinaka-kaibahan niya, no? Printed lang yung mga yan. At sometimes, hindi mo pwedeng prick out kasi nga printed dyan, no? At pwede mo yung burahin pagka may kang eraser. O kahit na ganun yung mula sa kamay mo, pagbasa kamay mo, kususin mo lang yan, mawawala na yung mga thread kapag fake yan, no? Unlike yung genuine, pwede pa nga tanggalin yung mga thread na yan eh. Basta may sharp object ka lang or meron ka lang mga needle or mga ganon, you can prick out yung mga threads na yan. Next is, the concern natin to look into the genuine and the counterfeit is the background yan. Kanina, yung image ay talaga nag-stand out sa background. Pangalawa naman, sa background naman class, makikita mo pangit, no? Background design are multicolored and are composed of sharp lines which are continuous and traceable even at the joints, no? Ito yung sa taas natin example. Yung background niya well-defined sila. Oh. Yan. Yung background niya, yan o. Nag-i-stand out yan. Traceable yung mga yan. Unlike pagka yan ay counterfeit class, wala. Blurred, very blurred. Ito, nakikita mo yung parang building dito. Ito, hindi mo na halos makita. Rough, blotch, and on the insertion, no? Intersection, I mean. Yan. We'll discuss this more sa face-to-face natin para at least, no, yung mga features na ito may ma-identify talaga natin. Number 7 is the color, syempre. No? Genuine notes have polychrome, background with one predominant color for each denomination. No? Bagat multicolor yung mga in class, pero kapansin-pansin, yung pinaka-dominant na kulay ng kada bill natin para ma-identify sila easily, no? Ang 1,000 pesos ay light blue, yan, pinakababa. This one. 500 pesos ay yellow, this one. 100 pesos ay maube, yan, maube. 200 pesos ay green. 50 pesos naman ay, or yung pinaka red, ang kanyang kulay. While yung 20 pesos ay orange. Yung 10 na luma natin, no? Kaso wala na ngayon yan. Replaced by coin na rin yung ating 10. And gradually, in 20, paalis na rin yan kasi nga may 20 na tayo na barya, no? 10 is brown, yung old na currency ng 10 pesos natin. Number 8 class, we must look into sa feature ng genuine and counterfeit na mga pera ay yung serial number. The prefix and the number of the 6 of them are clearly printed dapat, no? Maliwanag ang pagkakaprint ng mga yan. Yan. Sa pinagkamukha yan, maayos. They have peculiar style and are uniform in size and thickness. In counterfeit notes, the letters and the numbers are poorly printed in different style. They are not evenly spaced. Poorly aligned yung mga yan, no, kapag counterfeit, no. Unlike kapag kasi yan ay genuine, uniform yan sa mga size at kapal ng pagkaka-print, parehong-pareho yung dalawang yan ng mga serial numbers ng pera natin. Number 10 or number 9 is the BigNet, no. I know how to pronounce this, but BigNet, ByNet, or some pronunciation. But the important here is the lines and the dots composing the BigNet are fine, distinct, and sharp. The varying color and the tone gives bold look to the picture that make it stand out on the paper, no. Tignan niyo yung mga images na totoong pera, very sharp, no. Napaka liwanag tignan, no. Yung pinakamukha niya o yung pinaka image, no, usually nag-i-stand out yan among the background and among the printing ng paper natin, no. Yun yung bold look na tinatawag natin, no. Pero pag yan ay parang malabo, parang hindi ma-recognize masyado, hindi siya sharp, then this a fake or counterfeit money, no. Kasi yung counterfeit class, dull, no. Very poor ang pagkakaprint. Actually, marami yung pagkakaprint. Yung totoo, malinis ang printing niya, no? Now, The picture appears flat because no variation of color tone, no? Yan. Kaya yung mga picture ng mga counterfeit parang flat lang, no? Pero yung mga totoo parang buhay, parang nakikita mo yung ano, no? Mala 3D nga, no? Parang ganun yung itsura, no? Halos. And number 10, yung cleanness ng print, no? Mahalaga. Gaano kalinis yung pagkakaprint. Naman special lang gamit dyan ng papel tsaka ng printer, no? Like mga counterfeit, nag-improvise lang naman sila. The registry of the different printed pictures is perfect. The lines are very clean and sharp kapag katotoo yan. Tignan nyo, simpleng mga linyahan, no? Napaka-sharp talaga. Pero kapag ka naman yan ay counterfeit, no? Tandaan nyo, it looks dirty due to spattering of ink on the exterior, no? Pagka yan ay kumakalat yung mga ink, kaya mas lalong pangit tignan yung pagkakaprint. Kaya alam mo na yan ay counterfeit, no? Now, meron tayong itawag na fluorescent print, no? Na special pictures ng mga pera natin, no? Yan, mga fluorescent picture. Tingnan ko sample na pera pa dito, no? Para makita natin yung mga fluorescent pictures na yan. Yan eh. Ito class, oh, itong pagka gawa ka ng UV light, mag-glow yan. Makikita mo yan. These are the invisible print, no? This is one picture that appears at the center of the face of the note, which is not seen by the naked eye except by the use of ultraviolet light. Ito under UV light itong mga to. Lalabas siya mga yan, yung thread, tsaka yung mga images na yan. O yung mga fluorescent print na yan. Magiging ganyan ang itsura pagka nagpatay ka ng ilaw at nagbukas ka ng UV light. Distinguishable yung mga yan. Next is the microprint, no? Tiny prints which are clearly printed and readable. Yan. Tignan nyo yung sa totoong pera, yung ultimong threads na ganyan, yung ultimong mga print na mga details na ganyan, maliwanag yan. Pero pagka peke yan, parang flat lang yan, makita mo, walang guhit na ganyan, sama-sama yan. Kasi yung details na yan ay nakukuha lamang talaga sa totoong pera, no? Clearly printed and very readable sila. Latent images or the concealed value, no? The true, o yung mga totoong pera, totoong denomination located at the left corner of the face of the note, recognizable when the note is held at eye level, no? Yan, tama yan, itong concealed value na to, this one. Yan, ito, meron to, concealed value. Sa part na to. Makikita natin yan, no? Pag select mo yung eye level, makikita mo yung mga images din dyan. Okay, very crisp, kaya maliit, no? Very sharp. Optically variable ink. Special character or characteristics of the 1,000 denominations which changes color from green to blue or gray when note is held different angles, no? Gandahan, no, ng 1,000 natin, no? Para siya nagbabago ng kulay, no? Para siyang green to blue or gray. Pera natin. Today, Bangko Sentral Pilipinas has released a new generation design of Philippine banknote, including the new 500 peso bill with both Ninoy and Cory. Enhanced generation natin, no? The brown security paper, ito yan, yung buong paper na yan. Yung embossed prints natin, no? Ito, embossed yung mga yan. Di basta-basta pagkakaprint. Tactile, yung mga marks natin, no? This one, itong side na to. At this, the feel, pwede mo niyang ma-feel, no? When you touch them. At mga bulag, kaya nilang makapayan, no? Yung looks naman natin, number 4 is yung watermarks natin, no? Ayan. Kung saan yung pagka tinapat mo sa may ilaw, lalabas yung image na very clear and sharp also. Then security fibers natin. Ito yung mga nasa paper natin, no? Yung mga parang pagka inilaw mo din, lalabas yung mga fibers. Pwede mo prick out yan pag may pointer ka o mga sharp objects. Asymmetric serial number, no? Be sure dito ha, sa serial number na ito. Dapat kamukha nito. May mga na-encounter na akong fake na magkaiba yung serial number no? Next is the see-through mark. See-through mark ito, this one. Okay? Hope you can follow And yung tilt natin, tilt kapag kaya na ay ginaganon mo. Doon lalabas yung mga yan. 8 is yung thread natin, as I showed you before, ito thread yan. Nakatahi yan sa pag-manufacture ng paper natin. Concealed value, number 2 yan, kanina, no? Tilt mo, lalabas din yan. Optical variable ink, no? Ng 1,000 pesos and 500 pesos. Optical variable ink. Wait natin yan, this one. Kung may cursor na tuturo niyan. And 11 yan, this one. Variable ink natin, tapos yung variation device patch natin. This one. Ito yung pagka din nag-jubilite ka, lalabas tong invisible image na to. And then yung enhanced value panel natin ng 1,500, this one. Then yung para siya meron ng parang pailaw, no? Parang gano'n. Tapos pag tinitilt mo yan, nakikita mo yung pinaka-liwanag niya, gumagalaw din, no? Kaya very, maganda yung enhancement natin sa pera natin. Yan. Yun yung pinaka-summarize tong ating discuss kanina. New generation of currency, pero syempre, we know that we have the new 1,000 bills also ngayon, no? Pinaka-details yung mga enhanced value panel, no? Pag tinilt mo, gagalaw yung parang reflector nito. High rolling bar effect with color shifting from green to blue. So, tactile mark naman natin ito. Windowed security thread. Increase the thread width from 4 mm to 5 mm. Mas makapal na yung thread nila. Para sa pera. This one. For optical variable ink. Enhance yung color for the 1,000 peso value. And also the 500, no? Ayan. 200 also. 100. 50. At syempre, class, yung pinaka-bagong pera natin, no? Smarter, cleaner, and stronger. Bakit? Gamit nila ay polymer, no? Ito very durable ito, no? Talagang pati babasa, pwede siya. Kasi syempre, pinapaingat nila sa atin, no? Huwag naman yung lukot-lukot. Kung tupi, para ngayon, ang allowed ay isang tupi lang, no? Para sa new polymer banknote ng Pilipinas. Yan, polymer, no? Yan, pictures niya. Okay. Vertical yung kanyang aligned value panel with rolling bar effect. Ito yung maganda ngayon, no? Meron silang mga small clear window with embossed sampaguita image ito. Very pretty, very neat, no? Tapos, 5 highly embossed dots ito sa taas. May dots yan. Naka-emboss, nakabukol. Kapag kinapa mo, kayong bilangin, no? Kung ilan yan. Pagka nabilang mo, yan, 5 sila, 1,000 pesos ang hawak mo. Also class, isa pang vertical clear window o parang plastic dyan, no? Bearing yung 3D denomination, no? Observe side only. This one. Meron diyang logo ng Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas as indecent blue figure and a tactile stylish flying eagle. Diyan din yung ating tinatawag na shadow thread. This one. Image of South Pearl. South Sea Pearl. So 1K yan ha. Kasi itong Bataha Reef Natural Park, ang pinicture dito sa 1,000 pesos natin. Yan. Tanak Weave Design. Yes, so. Tuwing makakakita ka ng pera niyan, maalala mo the Tanak Weave Design. Nasa 1,000 pesos. Philippine coins over the years, no? Yan sila ngayon. Pinakabago na release. Yan. Back and forth. 20, 10, 15, 1, no? At yung mga mera natin, no? 25 cent, 5 cent, at yung 1 cent natin. So are very important in the economy. Special features of the central bank coins. Even flow on metallic grains, no? Maganda. Kahit yan ay engraved, no? Makita mo, very smooth ang pagkakagawa ng mga pera. High relief of letters and numerals, no? Kahit may makita ka mga dumi, mga buhangin dyan, no? Yan. Kakaiba. Malinisin mo lang yan, no? Very, ano na, makita mo definition, no? Bisa makalawangin naman yan, madumihan. Pag nilinis mo yan, makita mo, very highly defined yung mga letters niyan. Yan. Kaya nyo, very durable pa yan, no? Kahit gaano katagal, rust, linisin mo lang, makita mo na ulit yung kanyang mga letters and numbers, numerals, highly relieved. And then regularly, o yung regularity of reading and yung beading nito. Okay, that's it for now. We have tackled the counterfeiting. We'll be discussing more about this subject matter sa question document examination natin. Let me end our recording.